The Wounded Masculine. In this webinar series, it's going to be 4 webinars. And as it was with the Wounded Feminine, they're very dense fields of information, very deep fields of information. So in this webinar, I'm going to be working with all the wounds of the masculine and the effects of the wounds on the masculine within our own systems and to find the roots of it. So we're going to work with bringing light to the shadow. So working with the roots like in the forest, but bringing the roots through the wounds, the origin of the wounds, and then all the effects of the wounds in our life experience and our ancestral experience. So it will really empower you and work deeply within the subconsciousness and the left and right hemisphere of the brain, as we were working with the left side with the feminine, now the right side with the masculine. So this will work be really key for opening up how you present yourself in life. Do you feel safe in life? Do you feel protected? What is your masculinity programming in the system? Is it of the wounded masculine that will not show emotions, will not cry, that shuts himself off, goes to his cave? Or are you really in the true masculine of protection, holding space, generosity, strength, courage? And as we'll work through all the levels of the wounds, then we're going to work with the gifts of the masculine. But before we get to the gifts, let's work with the shadow and the impact within our own systems and our ancestral lines and find the root of where the masculine went out of balance within our ancestral lines. Without going to the origin, we don't really have got transformation in the field. So let's work with the shadow aspect of the masculine first and all the aggression, the predator, whatever's in the system around the masculine wounds and the pushiness and the pride and the ego within the system. So we can really drop into the purest form of the masculine and the strength of the masculine and the vulnerability of the masculine and the support system for everybody within the masculine. So the divine masculine and feminine can really be in balance in our life systems. It's really important at the moment to address this so we can work with the collective wound of the wounded masculine, which is playing out on this planet at the moment. And then the only way we can transform that is by transforming our own shadow masculine and the wounds of our masculine through our genetics, through the epigenetics in our subconsciousness, in our bloodline, in our own life systems. So I'm looking forward to really going deeper so you can really be gifted with your own divine masculine and the power of it and stabilize your system. Because when you're in your true feminine masculine, you can regulate your system and you're not going to fly off the handle with explosive rage or destructive energies. You'll be able to balance yourself, regulate yourself on a very, very deep core level. And that is very important for all. And also it'll work very deeply with the regulating the system. So if there was any addictions in the system, so where your emotions were out of balance, it will help you to regulate the emotional body. So you can, when you're out of balance, you can re-regulate your system. And this is a very empowering thing too, that everybody should know how to do. And it really would make our lives and the world around us a better place if we all would do that work. So I'm looking forward to holding space to look at the shadow sides of the masculine, the darker sides, the destructive sides first, and then we'll go into the beauty of it and the strength of it and the light of the masculine and the love of the masculine. So I look forward to seeing you there at the webinar. If you were not part of the feminine webinars, I would really invite you to do that. The divine feminine, divine masculine, it's not about are you man or woman, it's in all of us. So it's working very deeply through the ancestral information and the collective within us. Thank you for all the support over the years and for being part of these webinars. Each of the webinars are building blocks, as I always say, on top of each other. And there are levels of consciousness. And the webinars are all on the website, but the website's like an academy of consciousness. And if you imagine the facets, excuse me, of a diamond, and each facet is an aspect of your soul to come out of the shadow and bring light to it and awaken it. So each webinar is a building block on itself and is awakening aspects of your soul. So maybe there's something on the website which maybe you feel pulsed or drawn to do. Have a beautiful evening or day wherever you are. Thank you.